we weren't talking about three risk controls. We talked about the risk to your stomach. We're going to solve that for you today. We talked about the risk of taxes, the risk of return, and the risk of losing money on your investments, like what happened a year ago, last March. Did your portfolio, sir, go down at all last March?
Quite a bit.
Yeah. Aren't you glad that it came back?
Most of it.
Yeah. Are you looking for ways to avoid that happening again?
I'm mostly looking for a way to avoid taxes.
Oh, avoid taxes. Okay. All right. How about you? Are you more of a tax person, or are you more into just looking to reduce risk?
Both. Reduce risk and taxes is also an issue for me.
Okay. And what about you, sir?
I agree with what everybody has said. Taxes.
Taxes? Okay. So we want to reduce taxes here in this room. So think about risk. When I'm out on a sailboat, I have a lot of risks to manage. Which way the wind is blowing, how rough the seas are getting, trying to keep my passengers happy, and trying to get the shortest distance between 2 points in the safest way possible. But it's all done here on the financial end of things with income. I always like to ask this question to people. If you had a couple $1,000s more of income every month, would that make your life a little easier?
Definitely.
What would you do if you had a couple of $1,000s of extra income every month?
I'd either pay off debt or invest for the future.
Any pleasure activities that people would like to do with a couple $1,000s?
You came to the right person because I would spend and enjoy myself.
What would you spend it on?
Vacations, way to improve my home, my life, enjoyment.
Jewelry?
Yes.
I've been told reliably that most women in Oakland County can find the Somerset Mall blindfold. You think that's true? So, if income is a way to help us accomplish our dreams, how do we get more income? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. Now, yesterday, when I talk about yesterday, I'm talking about years ago, the average person worked for one employer for 30 years. Earned a pension, had Social Security, saved some additional money in supplemental pension and Social Security. Today, the average worker works in how many jobs? Doggone. Not one or two or three, sometimes 4 or 5 over their lifetime. Maybe they work for, I'll pick on General Motors, and then they retire from General Motors, and they go work for another company. I have a friend of mine, he worked for all of them. He retired from Ford after 30 years, went to work for Chrysler for several years, then got recruited away to work for GM for a few years, and then at the age of about 69 or 70, they made him retire. Why do you think they forced him to retire? What's one of the biggest dangers if you do well today working for somebody else? Exactly. What did you say, Ingrid?
Make too much money.
Yeah, they want to replace you with some young college kid, okay? Very unfair, but reality. The reality is if you are over the age of 57, 58, you could be replaced with some 1 or 2 college kids, especially if you're making $150 a year. So those are some of the risks that we face today. When we look at the pie chart, very simple, yesterday's retirement, get your pension, get your Social Security, maybe a few extra dollars for personal savings. Today's retirement, a lot more pieces in the pie. Social Security, pensions, asset income. A lot of people, once they retire, they go to work somewhere else because why? They got a lot of smarts and expertise to solve things that college kids can't yet solve. Come on in. We have an extra spot right here if you'd like.
Okay, easy, thank you.
You're welcome.